Hi everyone, I'm Paige Abbott, registered psychologist at HUM, and this is your recovery message for the week of November 20th, 2016. Well, I was overwhelmed by the response to the Codependency series. I had a number of people send me complimentary messages about that, and between the two videos we had over 1,000 views of the video through our newsletter, on Facebook, and on social media. So thank you so much for the response. Obviously this is a topic that's very personal and very meaningful to a lot of people out there. And I thought, since this is a topic that we can talk about so much, why not add a part 3? So the part 3 of the series is more about how to heal and move forward through issues involving codependency and addiction involving relationships. So the feedback that I would give to you if you are looking to engage in recovery for your own relationship issues, first of all, would be to keep learning where you are vulnerable. So it's important to have awareness around how these issues manifest for you. So for example, are you the type of person who is a rescuer, an enabler, an avoider, a denier, aggressor? What does your codependency look like? Does it involve a lot of control? Is it more passive aggressive? So looking at your traits is very important to then gaining awareness on how to move forward in a healthy way. Step number 2 in the path towards health and recovery would be to really look at your own self-care. So the more that you can start doing to look after yourself and prioritize a relationship with yourself, the better. So the more that you can refocus the spotlight from other people to yourself, the more you'll have that opportunity to engage in healthy relationships with others. The third part to moving forward for recovery with relationships is to look at boundaries. So where do you have the ability to look after yourself in relationship? What do you need to be assertive about? What are your needs? What are your priorities? But then also having awareness on where you need to step back. So being mindful of when you're crossing over to the other person's side of the street and taking their inventory, being judgmental, being controlling. So healthy boundaries takes a lot of time and a lot of practice, but once people can stay on their side of the street, they do notice a very great sense of empowerment. And the last step would be to just continue pursuing recovery from addiction. So even if you recognize having codependency, which as I said last week is on the same continuum as addiction involving relationships, but maybe less severe, it would still be important for you to consider pursuing abstinence from all mood and mind-altering substances, including alcohol. The reason that I bring this up is when people are engaging with these substances, it aggravates that part in the brain that may make it difficult to do the steps that I just outlined before. So if people are drinking or over-consuming food or activating that addiction circuitry in the brain, it does make it more difficult for them to engage in healthy self-care, to learn more about their areas of vulnerability, and to implement healthy boundaries with others. So this would be something I would encourage all of you to consider pursuing. If you are on the codependent side of the spectrum, then likely you won't have any difficulties in removing these substances from your life. If you do, then that's information that perhaps you have crossed that pickle line, and now we're talking about addiction and addiction involving relationships and substances rather than more the abuse side of the spectrum. I truly wish everybody the best in pursuing health and recovery around this issue, because it is one of the things, as I've said before, once people start to look at it, it really does tend to elevate and accelerate their progress and their self-development, and it just takes their recovery to a whole new level. So I truly hope, even if you're not able to look at this right now in your life, that you will be open to looking at it at some point down the road. please have a look at our Keep Learning section on our website. There's a link to that on the side of this video. And there we have a number of different websites and books and just lots of resources for you to look at to keep you going in your ongoing pursuit of health and recovery. I'm wishing you the best for the week. I will talk to you next week. That's all for now. Bye-bye.